it's a shitty thing to do. Like, if you did that in jiu-jitsu class, people would be really mad at you. They'd be like, hey, man, fuck you. Get off my neck. You know, like, this is, you're in the position he was in, too, handcuffed on the street. So you have one really hard surface where your neck is pressed on the bottom, and then him on the top, coming down with his shin. That cuts off all blood to the brain. That cuts off your ability to breathe. Like, he's got to know that. Everybody knows that. If he's got any training at all, he knew what he was doing, which is so fucked up. He was killing that guy in front of everybody with a camera on him. Like, that's what's crazy about it. Like, he was just doing it right in front of everyone down in Minneapolis. It's crazy.
Crazy, man.
Crazy.
You see the video, the looting and stuff?
The video of the looting is crazy, but the video of the guy with his shin on that man's neck while the guy is begging for his life, telling him...
Goosebumps. Like, it's so heartbreaking because he's trying, and even as he's talking, he's like, officer, I can't breathe. Like,
that guy's got to have some sort of physical training, right? He's got to have, I mean, cops, do they teach them jiu-jitsu?
Some. I mean, I mean, but it's like to put the. I don't know that any law enforcement teaches knee on the neck. I mean,
no.
I don't know that that's
what I was going to say. It's like, it's a shitty thing to do. Like, if you did that in jiu-jitsu class, people would be really mad at you. They'd be like, hey, man, fuck you. Get off my neck. You know, like, this is, you're in the position he was in, too, handcuffed on the street. So you have one really hard surface where your neck is pressed on the bottom, and then him on the top, coming down with his shin. That cuts off all blood to the brain. That cuts off your ability to breathe. Like, he's got to know that. Everybody knows that. If he's got any training at all, he knew what he was doing, which is so fucked up. He was killing that guy in front of everybody with a camera on him. Like, that's what's crazy about it. Like, he was just doing it right in front of everybody.
Yeah.
And you would think, after all these that have been filmed, all these have had, like, there's some sort of education to stop this. There's some sort of intervention. There's some sort of psychological examinations they give people to stop them from getting to the point where they can't separate themselves from as you know, because he's killing a man. Whatever happened, I don't know if there was a physical thing. Was there a resisting arrest? I don't even know what happened.
No, I don't know what happened leading up to it, and I know there was more officers there eventually, right? But it's like the other officers not stepping in to put a stop to what he was doing. I mean that's rough as well, man.
There's another one that haunts me. There was a story of a gentleman who reached into his the cop was in the passenger side window, and told the guy to show him his hands and let me see your wallet. And he goes and reaches for his wallet, and the cop just empties his gun in him. I don't remember how many times he shot it. Empty sound very dramatic though, but he shot him and killed him. And all the guy was doing was reaching for his wallet. And I remember thinking, like, God damn it! Like, how crazy are the interactions between people when you're a cop and you're in that weird position where you literally have life and death power over someone. At any moment's notice, you can decide that you were threatened and you had to take a life. And if no one's there with a camera, how many times have guys died like this where no one was there with a camera?
Right.
How many times? It was like he was resisting arrest and he died. Oh, I guess so. I guess he's dead. No big deal.
And they just have to trust the paperwork that person fills out.
Oh, he shouldn't have got drunk. I guess he died. Too bad there's no video. But then you see the video of that guy with his shin on that man's neck and you're like, God damn.
Yeah.
If you have any training at all, you know you're killing that guy.
And that's probably the part of the problem there is not having the proper training. Like you said, if you have any kind of jiu-jitsu training, like you would be hyper aware. I don't know, man. I
don't know. He might have just killed that guy. It's hard to say. Dude, I think people have, who knows, whatever reason.
Ugh.
And is it racist? Could he do that to a white guy too? Could he only do that to a black guy who's resisting?
But when you start seeing a pattern, it's like it's a lot of lives being lost in the same way, in the same manner. It's like you start to raise questions. It's like, how can you make an argument against for what it is? It's in plain sight. It's a pattern now.
Yeah, it's a pattern, but it's just a pattern with cops. It's not just a pattern in that cops are killing young black men, but it's also a pattern that there's certain cops who really can't handle that kind of power. They can't handle that position. They turn bad. Just like there's corrupt politicians, there's corrupt cops. And they might not be corrupt in terms of being on the take, but they're corrupt in terms of like what they'll do to get a case closed. They plant guns. We've all seen that shit. We've all seen videos. There's a video of a guy shooting a guy in the back and then he throws a gun on the ground at the guy's feet. Yeah, dude, they've been doing that since the beginning of time. They plant drugs on people. Cops have been busted planting drugs on people numerous times. There was a cop that he was busted planting drugs on someone with his own body cam The footage from his own
Oh,
camera
my
showed
God.
him planting drugs on a guy. Like, they're cops, but they're people. That's the problem with what a cop is. It's like you're giving extraordinary powers to an ordinary person. That's what being a cop is. You have to be an exceptional person to be able to handle that. And the truth is, most of them are. That's why you're not hearing this every day all over the world. Cops are having interactions with people that are positive all the time, and it's hard to do for them, and you don't hear about it. It's just the ones that stand out are the ones where it goes horribly wrong like that. But it's not indicative of all cops. That's why it's so crazy. And I don't know what they can do about that other than have stricter standards to keep people like that from becoming cops. Or is it just that the job makes them that way? Is it just that the stress video? Yeah, play it a little bit.
Let's talk things that happen in Minneapolis, cop standpoint, right? I'm disgusted with the things that happened in Minneapolis. Period, point blank. Things could have went way different. At the end of the day, let's talk facts. Guy is on the ground. He's laying on his stomach. He have handcuffs on. It's 4 of y'all, 1 of him. 4 of y'all, 1 of him. Who has control of the situation? It's not much one person could do against 4 people. Now let's get deeper, right? As an officer, you are a first responder, right? So if in the midst of you trying to gain compliance, someone is hurt, you have to render aid. So somebody's saying, I can't breathe, I can't breathe, I can't breathe. You don't think to yourself and say,
Right.
oh my gosh, this guy can't breathe. He might die. Let me render aid, right? Another point, officers, other officers, if you're going to be an officer that's going to stand there and not help when things go wrong, come on, like you don't see that? That's the reason I got behind this badge, right? Because I want them officers that's afraid to step up, I want to be the one to step up. If I see wrong happening, wrong is not happening in my presence, right? I'm going to check it. And that's period.
Jamie, pull the top down so I can find out what that dude's name is, because I think just said from a good cop.
Yeah.
That guy who
Account's right there, I think.
it's he's got a tick. Is that his TikTok account?
I think so.
JD underscore WILL JD underscore Will. Well, shout out to him because he just said it perfectly, and that's who you want to hear it from. You want to hear it from another cop. You know, everything he says 100% correct.
Yeah.
You got 4 guys standing around. There's 1 guy down. You're in control of it.
And not to provide aid when somebody's clearly telling you, officer, I cannot breathe.
And not another cop steps in and say, hey man, get your fucking chin off his neck. You're gonna kill him.
Oof. Yeah. So sad, man.
Here's the fucked up thing. If you said, do I ever think there's going to come a day where there'll be no crime? I'm like, no. No.
Right.
Why? Why is that? Why is that like an insurmountable thing? There will never come to a day when we don't need the police. Like this Andrew Yang. Andrew Yang, when he was running for president, one of the platforms that I really liked, he said he wants every police officer to at least be a purple belt in jiu-jitsu. That's a great piece of advice. And I don't even think Andrew really practices jiu-jitsu. If he does, I apologize. But I think his thought is that you should be able to control someone's body. You should have the ability and the understanding how to control someone's body, because we've seen these scrambles with police officers where they don't have control and they get fucked up, and the guy gets on top of him and beats the cop half to death and takes his gun, drives his car away. That shit happens all the time.
Yeah.
Like if you don't know how to fight and you're also the person that gets to enforce judgment, that's like not knowing how to drive, but being in a race car on a track. Like you don't know how to drive.
Right.
Like, so you're in violent altercations, but you don't know how to do violence right. Like, if you don't know how to fight and you're a cop, that's crazy.
Crazy.
I can't imagine. That's like, I mean, that'd be like working at the border and not learning Spanish. Like, what are you doing?
It's essential to the business you're about to take on.
Yes. You're going to do a lot of talking Spanish, man. You better learn it.
Learn Spanish.
You're going to be around a lot of violence. You better understand violence. You better not just be some fucking barrel-chested fatso cop with spaghetti arms wailing